Ladies and gentlemen, people of royalty, welcome back to one of the final streams covering the first official ever PokeMMO Shiny Wars. This is stream recap 176, day 59 out of 62, and it's important to note that a lot of people seem to think that the Shiny Wars will end on the 22nd, okay, September 22nd, and it technically does. This is a big thing that the PokeMMO does a lot, or a lot of things do. They're going to end the event at midnight on the 22nd, which actually means the event essentially ends on the 21st for most people. So the event will be over the 21st at 8 p.m. So this Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, September 21st, will be the final Shiny Wars stream from the first ever PokeMMO official Shiny War. I know I could say the buzzwords over and over again. What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. The reality is, all I'm going to be doing today is shiny hunting, especially making eggs. Okay? I'm out of eggs. It wasn't in the eggs. I'm really sorry to say. It hurts me as well. Okay? It was not in the eggs. But surely, if we just hopium long enough, it will be in the next batch. It will be in the next batch. And on top of that, I'm going to try to make as many eggs as possible today. I'm running out of donor status, which is going to make things super, super awkward. I do have 10 alphas or so to make. And then a few breeds here. I've got this. I've got this, and that. And even a little bit of this. This one's not full yet, but a little bit of this. Okay? And I might do some multiple batches. I might today. I'll try to do 2 batches of eggs today. That'll be the goal. I think I'll do 1 batch, hatch as much as I can, and then try to do a last batch. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what it looks like. Welcome back to the Shiny War, fellas. How are we doing today? A few people are asking about content after Shiny War, and I don't want to harp on it too much because War's not over. We still have stuff to do, right? And that's important to talk about and important to get going. I'm gonna go ahead and get a Shiny Charm started, but I do have a little bit of a notepad document going over some of the cleanup work I will be doing post Shiny War, as well as I'll just be focusing a lot more on guide content and more videos. Probably be doing a little bit less of streaming, but we'll have to see. I might stream. We'll have to figure. We'll have to reconfigure my schedule essentially at post Shiny Wars. I might still try to stick to 5 days a week of streaming, but just less hours of it. Streams will not be 6 hours a day. It'll probably 2 to 4 hours a day, back to where we were at, before Shiny Wars, which has been a crazy change. But that change allows me to focus more on video content and guide content, and I think that's what a lot of people subscribe to my channel for guides and for helping their PokeMMO journey. And then I kind of threw you a wrench, during Shiny Wars, and I kind of apologize. I understand if this isn't everybody's cup of tea, but you guys have been so supportive that I don't really know. I honestly can't tell, so I appreciate it. Thank you all so much. If you've enjoyed whatever content I put out, that's all I can say is thank you, and I hope it's worth it to your day. Hope it's a positive asset. Hope it's helpful to your PokeMMO journey and or a background entertainment while you grind in PokeMMO. I am rocking my Stunfisk today for this first batch. For those who don't know, this is my first ever shiny in PokeMMO. Took me an estimated 300,000 encounters for this bad boy. Okay? 300k. And then my second shiny was my Shuckle at 106 encounters. So hopefully we can reverse the RNG. I've tried using the Shuckle. Does not seem to work. Surely this guy has the RNG stored inside his fins. I get a lot of questions regarding raid release dates, holiday release dates, and I'm with you guys. I wish we got release dates for PokeMMO, but I'm going to be super honest, tell you right now, the PokeMMO devs almost never give us release dates for anything. Like anything. Everything is built off of player guesstimations based on their historical decisions. They never give us dates for anything. They don't like to do it. The one time, they historically don't like to give us dates because they know that they missed them. I don't know why. But when they gave us a date for Johto, for example, or was it Johto or the anniversary event, they missed it so many times they had to re-implement the torch and pitchfork and let us riot because they missed the date 3 times. So they were like, okay, we fucking deserve this. Here you go, and gave us the torch and pitchfork. One funny thing about this war is that it's been total opposite in terms of hunts. Usually throughout Team Mr. Shiny Wars, right? Usually Team Mr. Shiny Wars are all single encounters. Single encounters is the best method by far. I'm gonna go ahead and just start charming. We're just gonna get some encounters because I don't want to be sitting here doing nothing. I'd rather just pop multiple charms and be inefficient today. That's totally okay with me. But essentially, usually, Team Mr. Charms are all single encounters, right? And you're by the end of the event, you're sick of them. You're sick of single encounters. This has been the total opposite. I miss single encounter hunting. Single encounter hunts are so inefficient during the official Shiny War that I haven't been doing any. So I kind of miss them hilariously. It'd be very, very cool towards the end, or I guess after the event, to like go to like Bagon. I really want to go to like a Bagon. Bagon Shiny Hunt is an amazing Shiny Hunt. If you don't know, I think Bagon also, if you're gonna do a beginner single encounter hunt, hilariously, Bagon ends up being a really good beginner. You wouldn't think that, right? Because like, oh, it's like super rare or whatever, right? No, if you pop lures in the very back cave of Meteor Falls, there's actually a 20% chance for Bagon / Sheldon, right? 20% chance for a rare shiny is like quite good for a single encounter. It's a pretty big difference. Those are some fast strings for breeding. Yeah, custom strings for breeding are a requirement when it comes to endgame PokeMMO. If you do egg breeding without custom strings, you're looking at like someone actually, it was funny. I believe a Team Mr. member came back to the game recently for the first time in a few years, and someone was talking about the amount of eggs they were doing per hour, and he was like, bro, what the fuck happened? The last time I played, the efficient egg per hour was like 120. He was like, bro, like what? And everybody was like, LMAO, like bro is still doing eggs in Mandarin. And the reason that people said that was because back in the day, before custom strings were a thing, the best strat was to switch your language to Mandarin, and the game was faster in that language, right? So it's so funny. It's so funny the changes that have happened to PokeMMO over the past 4 years. This game has changed so much that players returning like don't recognize it. It's wild. I think it's for the better. I do think it's for the better. But there's been a lot of positives and negatives for sure. But it's just amazing to see, in my opinion. Hello, as a new player, I'm worried that after the stories, there's nothing but shunting and playing PvP might get boring. That is a super fair concern. What I would tell you as a new player is that there is tons of content to do, but it is a sandbox game, and you have to think of it like Minecraft, right? You have to think of it as like early Minecraft, right? Like a lot of people, they play Minecraft, they beat the Ender Dragon, and they quit the game. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's very cool. They had their experience, they had their fun, and they left. That's awesome. Same thing with PokeMMO. If you choose to finish the storylines and decide that the endgame isn't really for you, it's a grinding endgame, it's an MMO endgame, not a Pokemon endgame. You decide the game is not for you, that's okay. I'm glad that you had your experience. I hope that you had fun. I hope your time was well spent and worth it. I don't want you to keep wasting your time if you're not enjoying it. I will say, if you're a new player and you don't really know what to do, because it's hard to set goals. How do you set goals at an end game level of MMO without knowing what the game can offer? I would check out a video that I made called 63 Things to Do in PokeMMO. 63 Things to Do will give you a laundry list of tons of unique and creative goals that you could do in this game to have some fun. And if you watch that video and you walk away like, none of these 63 things sound fun to me, then that's okay. You might be that player who just plays the storylines and quits, and that's okay. And I hope you still found it worth it and had a lot of fun. That's all I can say. I don't want to. As much as I love this game and as much as I want everybody to give it a solid try and stick around and play it as much as possible, I know that it's just not the game for everybody, and that's okay. You know, if you don't like the end game, it's not gonna like get better. You're not gonna all of a sudden eventually like it. I'm not the One Piece fan where, you know, if you've watched 100 episodes, I don't just keep going, it gets better. Like, no, you probably just don't like it, and that's okay. Sorry to dig at the One Piece fans, but hey, you know. This is kind of a good question. Someone asked if I have a shiny Flame Buddy Pokemon. A lot of people ask why I don't lead my party with these shiny Flame Buddy Pokemon when I make eggs. Because, you know, obviously it would just make the eggs hatch faster. The problem is all it does is eggs happen every tick, right? Which is, I think right now on this current server tick, which each update the server tick will change, it's at 06. Which means it's 11 a.m., right? At 11 a.m. 06, a tick will happen. And if you register 4 or 5 ticks, the egg will hatch, right? If you're not in a battle on that final tick. I have a video explaining egg ticks in more detail if you want to like shiny hunt while like do hordes and stuff while egg ticking, for example. But essentially, the reason why I don't is because even if I skip 1 tick, right? Well, now I just have to sit there and wait for the other 3 or 4 eggs in my inventory at the time who didn't get that extra tick to hatch anyway. So it doesn't actually speed anything up. It essentially just makes it so your eggs are off tick. And to be fair, a lot of them get off tick anyway. Like the odds of me, when I'm making these eggs, the odds are some of them are going to get made and be in my inventory during that 06 tick when I'm making them consistent like this. So that's why you often see me in my when I'm hatching eggs, like 2 of them will hatch early. That's why you'll often see that, is because those eggs were made before the tick happened and then we're in my party during it. How much did you spend during Shiny Wars so far? Probably 80 mil or more. I've lost track at this point. I've lost probably 80 to 100 at this point. Because I keep like selling stuff to get probably close to 100, honestly, 90 to it. I keep selling stuff to get Pokeyen and then instantly spending it. You know, it does not last long right now, unfortunately. 80 mil and how many shinies? 5. Almost, I think like almost none of which were like the expensive shinies. I guess the Lepa shunts are expensive, but yeah, it's been quite the journey, my man, is what I can say. Quite the journey. Hopefully we see some RNG even out here at the very end. It'd be very Patrouski luck to see an egg here at the very end. Quick Kuroshi encounter update. Kuroshi just confirmed in team chat he is currently 391,500 encounters dry. At this point, you might, it sucks to say, but at this point, just go 400k and hit a new world record. I think that I would say this is the driest shunt that I've seen that I believe, with like enough proof and enough consistency of like covering it. This would be the first 400k dry that I trust. But that's once you're calling those numbers, it's all very up in the air. So we'll see. It's unbelievable. It couldn't have happened to a like, it couldn't have happened to a worse person, if you know what I can't. This happening to Kuroshi is just insane. It's just fucked up. It's just really, really sad. I'm so locked into eggs, I didn't even realize Charm was over. Thank you, chat, for telling me. My mistake. Ooh, my mistake. Good call, chat. Okay, how many more do we have to make? We have a few more boxes. I want to get more Dittos before we jump back in. Let's go ahead and count how many eggs we were actually able to make. First things first. We did finish charm number 1 of the day. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. Oh, not 150. 150, 180. Thank you for the sub. 210, 240. I'll thank you probably in a sec. 270, 300, 330, 360. A little bit more than that. I wasn't hoping for anything crazy. I'm not exactly mechanically talented at the moment. Kind of getting old, getting up there, boys. We blame it on the age, true and real. Not terrible. 360 plus 370, 375 plus 6. So 381, I believe. Guys, oh my goodness, the subs. 381 plus 167, giving us a new total encounters of 34,548. Now, I do not want to hatch for too long here. I actually want to get straight back into making eggs, okay? I'm not going to hatch for very long, but I do need to hatch for a little bit, I think, to get myself more species. So we're going to hatch for a little bit. We're going to do a lot of box sorting and do a lot of box sorting while we do it. We'll hatch the alphas right now. We'll do that and see if we can get anything crazy. This will be the first time I announce this, and I think this is. I ran it over with chat. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do this or not, but I think this is going to be the play. Coming up, okay, on Saturday until the end of Shiny Wars, I will be offering a little benefit. It's September on Twitch, so it's kind of the perfect time. I will be offering a promotion where every single Twitch sub that I get, okay, every single Twitch sub or gifted sub, I will open one mysterious great ball on stream. Okay? Hopefully on Charm as well. So on Charm and on Dono. I will open one mysterious great ball per sub on Saturday. Coming up on Saturday, the final day of Shiny Wars. We'll see if we can get something crazy and have a nice payoff. Okay, I still have a lot of eggs to hatch until I'm actually ready. To like breed again. Unfortunately. However, I need to buy a shiny charm in preparation. And something I noticed recently, okay? You always want to check for this, but I was being a little lazy. You always want to check the price of shiny charm versus the price of 100 RP vouchers. Because look, this is cheaper, right? It's only 5k. It's honestly not that much of a difference. But if you buy, I don't know, like a bunch of shiny charms throughout war, like 500 charms like some of us have, it adds up. So just going ahead and buying this, buying the RP voucher, and then buying my charm, that saved me 5k. Just doing that, right? Just a quick little easy meme. Yeah, you can even do like 1,000 RP or something like that. And if you're gonna buy like 10 charms, that's cheaper for sure as well. Yeah, it's always important to plan for the future. I don't have the Pokeyen / preparation for 1,000 RP. Yeah, that'd be all my I wouldn't have any money left for Dittos, so I can't quite do that, but definitely something to be aware of. I'm gonna have to start selling some stuff. I need Pokeyen. I'm not gonna have enough, even for like the last 4 days, right? So I'm gonna collect what I have there, head over to my sell boxes and see what I can sell off, like this level 100 Aerodactyl. We're gonna sell off some stuff. We got a fair bit of time while we hatch things still, so we should be making good time. Let's go ahead and sell some things off though, like this, even like this bear tick, right? Like adamant bear tick. Is bear tick a common alpha? Let's check to see if like bear tick alpha has a base price, or if it's just you just sell it for egg group. Probably just egg group, but like actually I don't know. It's not that common. It's really not that common. I wonder if it's only from mysterious balls. This one seems underlisted, honestly. But who's buying alpha bear? Who's going for that shalpha bear tick? You know, probably not that many people, to be fair. How do you feel about the double shiny Cubchoo? I honestly don't mind it. That's a really my honest answer is I do not mind it. I really don't. Because it allows me to have one Cubchoo and one bear tick. I'll end up evolving one, right? Which I think is honestly really fun and cool. If I were to get a third Cubchoo, that's when I start to be like, okay, well, this kind of sucks. I like my 3 rats, right? I have 3 shiny Raticates over here. It depends on the species line. If there's 3 evolutions in a species line, I don't mind having 3 of it because I can have 1 of each. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I can if I have 2 of a you know 1 stage or 2 stage whatever line, I can have 1 of each. That's awesome. I like that. That's really cool, honestly. Once you start reaching more than that, that's when that's like a real phase to me. That's okay. Well, now I just like I can do nothing with one of these 3 rats is just gonna sit there and be cringe, be named league players for the rest of eternity. You know, that's less cool to me for sure. It's a great question though about duplicate shinies, and different shunters have different mentalities when it comes to duplicate shinies. It really is just personal preference. Some shunters will always sell the duplicates. Some will always keep them. Some will keep them up until full Evo line and then sell those duplicates. Some will trade them with other. I think this is really cute and wholesome. Some shunters will trade their duplicates with other shunters, right? So like I think it was Yakatov got like 7 Onyxes or some shit on the way to shiny Larvitar, right? It's really cute. Some people will trade like those duplicates, those phases, with other people who may have like 7 Ponytas or whatever. And if you do it enough, eventually you like collect OTs of your other shunting, you know, friends, which I think is honestly very, very wholesome and a very, very cool idea. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, the perfect storm is brewing right now. Apparently there's an alpha Ditto that I haven't checked, and there just spawned a Riolu swarm in Johto. So we could go do pop shiny charm, do Riolu swarm, shalpha check the Ditto, and then go do honey trees, and then go do eggs. That's actually like the perfect storm for a rare shiny. I'm gonna claim these Dittos as fast as I can, and we're gonna go try to. I want to go try to get these Riolus before because they don't last that, like swarms don't last that long, 15 minutes or so. This has to be the charm. Like, this has to be, right? Like, that is so many things representing the perfect opportunity. That is so unbelievably hype. I feel like this has to be it, fellas. For sure. Not copium. Actually, just hopium. Fellas, I believe this is it. It's the perfect storm. We finish the energy drink. We roll up the sleeves. This is it. We're going to pop shiny charm. We're going to zoom out really quick. We're going to pop shiny charm. We're going to check the Riolu swarm. We're going to get 2 shiny Riolus at the start, true and real. Then we're gonna go shalpha check the Ditto. Then we're gonna go do honey trees and Sinnoh. And then we're gonna go do as many eggs as possible. This is the perfect storm for a rare shiny. The perfect storm for rare shiny encounters. I'm gonna pop a repel to make sure I don't accidentally waste it on like Eradicate in the grass. We're gonna pop our shiny charm in 3, 2, 1. This is huge. Double shiny Riolu, true. Happening right now. Mitch shiny Mudkip? Did someone in Team Mr. just got a shiny Mudkip? As this is happening, surely we continue the good luck. No way. Huh? Someone was saying it was hatched 7 hours ago. Did he hatch it, go AFK, and then come back to find he got Mudkip? Surely this is it. Where's the other Riolus? I run into a trainer. Never mind, this is not it. We're actually cooked. I'm getting cucked by a level 19 Growlithe, chat. How it... Oh, no. Hey, you know what, chat? I didn't even want the shiny Riolu. You know, it's not enough points. What I actually wanted was the Shalfa. You see, the Shalfa is 50 points. That's more points than a shiny Riolu would have only been, you know, how many? 30 or so? That's nothing. That's nothing, right? What I wanted all along was the Shalfa, the 50-pointer. Here it is, chat. I don't want the normal Dittos. They're useless to me. It needs to be a Shalfa. Okay, we retire. There's always next war, I guess. Just kidding. We run away and we go make the most eggs I've ever made in an hour. True and real. We keep cooking. I think this is the last honey tree, fellas. This is it. It's got to be this or it's in the eggs. That's okay. It's in the eggs. It's just in the eggs for sure. Copium overload to the extreme maximum. Get it straight into the veins. It is copium time, fellas. Back to breeding we go. Over to the eggs. You know what? As I'm making 50 shinies in a row in these eggs, true and real, this is honestly a very good time to quickly say thank you to those who have gone above and beyond this month and supported via the HelloFresh link in the description. If you've ever wanted to support my stream, it's the best month. It's the best time to ever do so. Buying HelloFresh using my link in the description very generously supports the stream, number one. Number two, you get a product out of it, an amazing product, some amazing groceries, ingredients, meals sent straight to your door that you can then make for your wife, make for your husband, make for your partner, and absolutely riz them to infinity and beyond. It'll be the best meal they've ever eaten in their whole life, true and real. And it also, on top of already all those benefits, I will open one mysterious ball of each type. So one mysterious Pokeball, one mysterious Great Ball, one mysterious Ultra Ball, Cherish Ball, and a Premier Ball for each new HelloFresh sub on stream, on donor status, and on Shiny Charm. Giving myself the highest shiny rate possible in PokeMMO. So if you want to see extreme shunting, support the stream if my content has helped you out enough in your PokeMMO journey, and get some really nice food and riz up your partner, HelloFresh is the way to do it. Link in the description. All right, shiny charm number 2 of the day, fellas. How many eggs did we get? 30, 60, 90, 120. Oh, sorry, that's actually not that. This is not of this batch, actually, is it? 120, 150, 180, 210. 210 so far. We're not gonna have nearly as much. We did a bunch of other. We checked the alpha. We checked the Riolu swarm. We did a bunch of other things. This is 30, so 240. And then 270, 277, only 277 eggs. But we also, you know, checked a bunch of stuff. We didn't start egging until like 40 minutes left on charm, so it does make sense. So easy math though, since we're at 34, it's 100 clean. So we'll do 3400 plus 277, leaving us with 877. Our new encounter, 34,877 encounters dry, pushing 35k. Hopefully we either see a shiny around that or before it. Let's start our hatching, fellas. Now we get to reap the rewards and just chill out and hatch comfortably. I didn't add these eggs, actually. We'll add these as well. This is kind of a good question. Why'd you only fill the box? Why are all your boxes only half filled with eggs? Great question. The reasoning being is, number one, it's easier for box management and box sorting for the next batch. But also, it's like how you set up. So, like, every box is set up like... I don't have any, like, Pokemon left to give you an example. Every box is set up like this, right? Where it's 30 Dittos and 30 species, right? Throughout the entire box. So when you combine those two, they're both consumed. You consume 60 Pokemon per box, but you only get 30 eggs, right? So you lose 30 Dittos per box, right? Which is 4,000 Pokeyen times 30 or whatever. That's just cost. Right, so every single box of eggs, like every single 30 eggs is 120k. Not cheap. For 30 encounters. God, that's actually crazy. So the reason why I leave them like this is so that when the eggs hatch and I get the species, once I hatch all these eggs, I can basically just click this, drag and drop, and then boom, I'm ready to go. If you just like leave it as is, you're essentially just like ready to go into the next batch that much quicker. That's a great question. Egg hunting is you learn a lot of minute details while egg hunting, hilariously. Good question. Okay, this question brings up a really good point. What's your opinion of the war at its end, and what were your suggestions to improve it in the future, for the improvement in the future of Shiny Wars? I have a really boring answer to this, which is a really good thing. I don't have any amazing insight. Everybody's pretty much come to the same conclusions. Everybody's like, okay, 2 months was way too long. That should be reduced to 1 month at least. And then Triagonal was unbalanced, right? We should incentivize single encounter hunts a bit more. That's it. Those are like the 2 or 3 things that every person came to the same conclusion on, and everybody agrees on, which is a good thing. If the solutions are obvious and simple, that's really good. It's so much better than like not like Shiny Wars feeling bad and not knowing why and having to like really discover. We have some really easy changes to make, honestly. Better prizes. That is a tougher one. I mean, obviously we wish prizes were better, but there's only so much in the staff's control. We can complain and like riot to the devs, and we can petition and be like, hey, like, you really either don't realize the amount of hours we're putting in or something. It's not worth like going on strike or something like that. I don't know. I mean, like there's an argument there, but that's a lot. That's the tough one, to be fair. But everything else is pretty simple. Everything else is like pretty much agreed upon by everyone from what I've heard. Pat, do you not have the Shadow Bone Club, or do you prefer the original? It's a good question. I honestly don't know if I have the Shadow Bone Club, but for this outfit especially, I do prefer the original. I feel like I don't think I have the Shadow, to be fair. I have the Shadow Skull, but not the Bone Club. I think the blue from the Shadow Bone Club would clash with the red way too much, and like not in a cool way, you know? So you can buy budget drip. Obviously the Shadow Bone Club is super expensive, super drippy, super cool, right? But there's tons of budget drip as well that like often is the correct choice, you know? I think it's important to prioritize correct vanities over cost, for sure. It's a great question. Well, it's time to stock back up again, fellas. I'm about to buy 3 Ditto boxes for 220k a piece. The cash stack is going to be hurting, but surely our shiny chance will be excited and happy and helped. This will put us over. These Dittos will put us over 35,000 encounters once we get them bred. Thank you for the bots, Jimmy Run. A lot of people always ask me, how do you trade Ditto boxes in PokeMMO? And honestly, using Jimmy Run as an example is the best one, because Ditto boxes can be so fast, as you can see. You trade 5 at a time. I pay him up front, 220k. You don't have to pay up front. Some people like these and people don't. It's up to you. You can pay per Ditto box, but it slows it down dramatically. I remember I once got into an argument with a Ditto box seller because he was like, no, like, I don't want you to scam me, pay me every 5 Dittos. And I was like, I'm the one buying you. I literally can't scam you. What do you, like, I'm willing to just pay up front. And he was like, no, just pay me every. And I was like, my problem is it slows it down. And he was like, no, it shouldn't slow it down. And if you're watching this, you could tell he was a slow trader. Now, you don't have to be this guy. Jimmy Run is probably the fastest Ditto box trader that I've seen, or he's like up there as one of the fastest. You don't have to be this fast, but generally it's the power of control click, right? You want to hold down control and then spam left click. Your job as the buyer is to just get back as quick as possible. Sometimes the buyer will initiate the trade. Sometimes the seller will. So if I was initiating, I have to like do this click or whatever and go to trade. Sometimes you both can do it, whatever you prefer, whatever is the smoothest. But you can trade a Ditto box much faster than you realize. Less than 2 minutes. Really, if you're both good. It is a mechanics. It's mechanics, practice, and understanding control click. My mechanics are nothing crazy here. And as the buyer, you're required to have much less mechanics as the buyer. Your job as the buyer is so much easier than the seller. Because the seller has to go in and like click all the 5 Dittos in his PC or whatever, or like even drag those over. It's harder to be the seller. It's a bit quicker to be the buyer, in my opinion. But yeah, look how just unbelievably fast this is. Okay, we're so low on content. This is what we're resorting to, okay? Daily plant updates. I've been growing some plants on a little potter on my little porch at my apartment. I planted from left to right cilantro. What was next? Cilantro, peas, carrots, potatoes, and then mint sprinkled around. Okay? I think that's everything. This is what it looked like 7 days ago. Okay? 7 days ago, it looked like this. And then 1 day later, it looked like this. This is my first time ever growing stuff. I used to like help my dad on his garden growing up, but that was it. This is 1 day later, right? My dad was also a farmer growing up. This is 1 week later. This feels unhinged. This was on the 11th, and then this is today, the 18th. Is it supposed to grow like that? Like that fast? It probably is. This just feels crazy. I feel like in school they teach you like, oh yeah, like plants are really slow to grow. Like, bro, this was 1 week. This feels unbelievably fast. Soil must be rich as fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this feels crazy. Gamer learns about basic planting and gardening. It's fun, man. It's fun. A little planter outside. I can take, if it's like bad weather, I can take it inside for for the winter coming up. I'll just like bring it inside. That's crazy. It's been really fun, man. It's been really fun. Say that for sure. Spidget is live with Facecam. Well, you guys know what that means for me. My streaming career is over, so I might as well go ahead and end it. I'm gonna go watch Spidget as well. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Another great stream in the books. Lots of progress made. Lots of eggs made. I'll try to make a lot more eggs tomorrow as well, so I'll have to try to do a lot of hatching tonight. Thank you guys for watching, for enjoying every part of Shiny Wars and just joining along with me and rooting for me. I really, really appreciate it. Or rooting against me. I don't know, for fun. Why not? Like the stream if you enjoyed it. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe for daily PokeMMO videos every single day covering PokeMMO and Shiny Wars and just other communal activities. The Discord is down below if you want to join that and be a part of that community. If you want to go above and beyond and support the stream this month, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, it's September over on Twitch. And then also PayPal/Venmo donations and HelloFresh. Link in the description. If you want to support the stream, it's the best way to support more than ever via HelloFresh. I'm exhausted. You guys have been amazing and keep me going, motivating me through all these hours, shunting and just sitting here hatching eggs and watching for that, hopefully that chance of that hatch animation. Thank you again. I can't say thank you enough. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Good luck in your PokeMMO gameplay. I'll see you guys. Have a good one. Peace, Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. That really means the world to me, and it means even more worlds to me if you go above and beyond and support my content financially like all these lovely people have done. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.